Dan and Becky from Bugs on the Windshield.
Yes, it is.
That's where we're at.
We're at Monument Rock in Kansas.
And we decided we picked the hottest day we possibly
Yes.
could.
102 today.
So yeah, we probably won't be staying too long. We'll get some video. Maybe come back in the morning, some better shots. Being so bright and warm now. Yep.
Hi guys, it's Dan and Becky from, oh wait a minute, somebody already did that.
This is Dan and Becky from Bugs on the Windshield.
And yes, we took a trip out to Lake Scott State Park. It was a lot of fun and that place is so cool. We can't wait to share it with you, so stay tuned. We wanted to visit Lake Scott State Park for quite some time, and I think we saw like a little advertisement on Facebook one time for the Little Jerusalem State Park, which is a really new state park, and we thought, there are Badlands in Kansas? What?
I didn't think there'd be something like that. You think Kansas is more of just a flat prairie, and out there in the middle of Kansas there is a little Badlands that you can go visit and hike around.
Not only are there Badlands in the area, there's also a lot of history, a lot of hiking trails, the lake, and don't forget Monument Rocks. And we have a really pretty view here at Lake Scott State Park from our back deck on the camper. That is, you know, unless you look over this way and there, and there's the trash cans. But hey, but look this way. Look out here. Isn't that beautiful? Dan really stretched the water hose. It looks pretty tight. That's really tight.
Just a disclaimer, we did go get another hose. When we're at the camper, I sleep pretty good, except for one night when my truck alarm went off for some reason. I think Bigfoot was trying to get into my truck.
Oh. Seriously, it did go off in the middle of the night, and Dan had to jump up and run outside, you know, after he got dressed and everything.
Yeah, I had to find my keys to shut it off. And well, I think it might have been somebody walking to the bathroom.
Yeah, maybe they got too close to the truck or something.
Yeah.
The park, we kind of show a little bit of the park here. We drove from our campsite down to a place where we can put the kayaks in a little boat dock. The boat dock was a little steep though, I thought.
Yeah, I think the water is about as high as it's going to be because from where the boat dock's at, across from that is where the dam's at, and you can kind of see that the level of the water is pretty much right at the top of the dam.
Well, I was gonna wait for Gail to move, and then I'm gonna move over there because there's some goose poop right here.
Put this on you. We're gonna try again. Here we are at Lake Scott, out in Kansas, and it's a beautiful day so far. It's supposed to be in the hundreds today, but the humidity level's way down, so it feels really good. And there's a nice breeze blowing, and hey, we're on the water, so it's always cooler on the water. What's this up here? Does it go around the thing? Yeah, right there's the dam. Ooh, look at that silt. There's the spillway. When the I guess when the water gets up too high, it'll flow over there. Ooh, This water looks gooky. I don't know, that's gonna be all over the bottom of our kayak. That's gonna be great. So now I'm gonna have to clean the kayaks because leave them in. Let's go. You see this water?
Yeah, it's gross. It's just algae or whatever, I guess. Yeah. Get out of the algae. You relax. Sign over there.
You can drop right in here, really, if you want.
Yeah, and it's not quite as steep. I mean, the one step down is, but after that, in the water, it's not steep.
Yeah.
In the water, gradual. We put our kayaks in over at the boat dock. Oh, this is much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like, that'd be a lot easier to get in.
Yeah, it's much easier. Just back and right up here.
After we finished kayaking, we went to explore a little bit, and we drove about a mile south of Lake Scott State Park. Is a historical site. It's the place where the last Indian battle in Kansas was. It's called Punished Woman's Fork. And we went down there and spent a little bit of time. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can drive up to the site there and park, and then
It kind of looks over.
looks over there, and there is probably some hiking trails up there that you could take kind of to go into the valley.
Mm-hmm.
Record back it up. I don't think we can do it. It's like a buttload of trees. Oh look, there's a hole. There's a hole in the trees. Oh, it's covered with cattle. You smell that? Whee! Yay!
Pretty with those clouds.
Hey, you're loose.
Oh, wow. You're loose. Hey, you're...
We went down to Scott City and did a little shopping and picked up a couple of things, and then we came back, and a little bit north and east of Scott City is Monument Rocks. We went out there and saw the rocks, and like we said, it was pretty hot that day. The sun was just coming.
Yeah, it was just beating
It was
down
very,
that
very
time.
hot. Yeah, almost dangerously
Yeah,
so.
I would recommend if you're going to do that, especially in the summer, do it either early or late because by the time we got there, it was pretty brutal.
Right.
So we didn't really spend a whole lot of time walking around. We did get some good video, I think, and then we got out of there. It's always fun to play with the Insta360. You never know when you're going to get a cool effect out of it.
I really like that camera.
It's kind of cool to have that camera because we can kind of, if we don't have the drone or if it's too windy, we can use it kind of as a drone camera.
Well, kind of a flyover almost.
Yeah.
We just extend the pole and, point it upward.
Yep, and there you go. Look at that. We're
Pretty
flying
soon
away.
You're popping one of those tiny planets.
He wants to get a picture there of the empty hunt in that hole.
The next day, it didn't rain or anything, but we woke up and we thought we'll spend the day at at Little Jerusalem, and really it was very windy and it was cold. We should have had probably a windbreaker or some kind of jacket or whatever. We didn't bring one.
We didn't bring one of those. We thought we'd tough it out.
It just really, the temperature really dropped. But it was still an enjoyable visit. I think probably we spent maybe 2.5 hours there. We walked out, I think it's maybe, what do you think, 1.5 miles out, 1.5 miles back for the trail, but you stop a lot, and take a look at the scenery and stuff, and that's what we did. We really enjoyed it out there. I think we had a lot of fun. Ooh, there's a dead carcass of something. Ugh.
There's dead grass.
Oh, there's another one. Whatever it was, just laid there and died.
No,
it was
different grasses, and that's what.
We, at the very end, we did see a little bit of wildlife, and at the very end, we thought,
That was something
we
really.
saw something bipedal out there at the end, and it was dark and it was bending over, and we waited a little bit, and it turned around, and it was a cow.
Just
Lots
grazing.
of cattle. There's lots of cattle.
Yeah, a lot of
out
cattle
there.
out there. I think they kind of graze back in there.
Right. We saw
So-
a couple cows out there in in Little Jerusalem, so that was kind of fun. And you know, we made it back and went back to the camper. Spent the rest of the day there since it was cold and windy. And played some cards and had some dinner and that kind of thing. I think our friends went and hiked a little bit more and enjoyed themselves a little bit. And I think maybe next time we'll do some of that as well.
Yeah, there was a lot of trails you can walk out
A
there.
lot of history and a lot of trails.
So and it's a really neat place to visit. So
Right.
it's definitely one that we probably should get back to maybe take more advantage of some of those trails.
You're right. You'd never know that something like that is right there and not too far away, and just a very cool thing to see. Sometimes you just have to,
Just to explore.
yeah. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed our video. Please give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget what Melissa says.
What did she say?
Sometimes you're the windshield, and sometimes you're bugs on the windshield.
We'll see you next time.
Be safe out there.
Okay.
I
Are you gonna sing?
was just getting my voice warmed up.
You sound good. We went and kayaked.
Yeah, we got kayaked and
We got kayaked.
kayaked.
We got kayaked.
We went and kayaked.
We went and got kayaked.
Take that out.
Okay, take that out. I'll take that out. So after we got kayaked, I mean, it was so hot. We spent
Yeah,
a little bit of time there.
Melting.
Yeah, we started melting.
The cameras actually melted off.
Yeah, they melted off our hands, and it was just terrible. But it was terrible. It was terrible.
terrible.
Yeah.
Um,
Down.
we
by
had
the
a lot to
cave.
do, so we thought we better kind of try to see everything we can see.
We had to go get another hose
Ready to get the hose.
because
But
ours was tight.
tight. Tight. Yeah.
Go ahead.